It takes enterprising academics to say there are alternatives and let's run with them.
The onus on us as creative educators is to make sure we don't miss the boat. I guess a lot of my colleagues are content, with what they do. And for me, I'm curious and I'm not content. I'm always looking for something else.
So one of the things that we've been doing recently in the school is introducing digital mapping into student assignments. They're having to learn to use Google Earth or Quantum GIS. The students get extremely frustrated with the digital aspects, but at the same time they see that these could be really, really useful tools for them to give voice to these stories.
There are certain things where the online approach has more advantages than the face-to-face approach. When you're publishing your work on a blog format, people see what you've done and so you take more pride in it. At first year level the discussion isn't great, but the reflection is, and they're learning from each other in this environment. I think I've got a lot better engagement from a greater range of people than the face-to-face tutorials can ever encourage.
The difference between talking about the role of sort of a counterculture in Paris versus showing a clip of Josephine Baker dancing in her banana bikini, immediately students felt that they were projected into that moment, I think, and there was a humour to it and there was a relatability to it.
I don't think what I've done has scratched the surface of what's possible, but I now feel obliged to offer additional communication channels for my students. Rather than training them in the 2 essays and exams for every single paper they do, I give them more inventive assessments. They can explore their own creativity, their own criticality, their own digital engagements. In the job market now, if you want to be a historian, a literary critic, you have to have digital fluencies that 10 years ago were seen as the space of pretty much the IT geeks and nerds.